Hi guys, welcome back to another Transformers toy review. This time we're having a look at Generations Select Seacon's Lobclaw. I just noticed that. I thought it was Lobclaw, but it's actually Lobclow. Yeah, it's an odd one. But yeah, it's another one of the Seacons. We thought we'd have a look at this one. I'm using a new camera, so first time using it, so bear with me. I'm just going to open this up so we can take a look at it. It comes in this kind of brown mailer box, and I think there's another one actually inside that as well. Or is it a different one? Yeah. Forget, 'cause it's been a little while since I reviewed one of these. So I've actually got all of them to review now. So once we finish reviewing these, we'll be able to do a kind of combined video mode. Alright, so pop this off to the side. And there we are here. So yeah, one of the cool things you can do with this new phone with the video is you can actually take. So I thought that was pretty cool. So as I'm doing it now, I can take a picture there and you can pause and come back to it. So this one is basically a Nautilator. If I can pull this out. Normally the kind of sleeve that goes over these is quite tight. So yeah, you do have to kind of push it off to one side. There we go. Then you've got the figure there in this box here. And this one just opens up, no need for any tape or anything to be cut, and you can see him there at the bottom there in his kind of lobster mode with all his accessories, and we will need to cut him out of that, but so we'll do that. So I'll just pop him out of here. And you see in here as well, they're the bits you get your instruction manual in here, and you've got all your accessories. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this box off to the side here, and then what I'm going to do is we're just going to pause the video there, and we'll get him out of his little plastic prison and we'll take a look at him. Here we are, we've got him out of the packaging. Was a bit of a mission, to be honest with you. It took a little while because of all the little ties and everything else like that, and I had to go in and get some scissors and bits and pieces. So just go through the accessories that you get with him. You get this kind of hand here. So let's bring this close up. Hopefully that'll focus in. Should be of. Bring that out, maybe I'll help focus it. Oh, there we go. So you get the hand combiner piece here. It's got individual fingers here. They articulate just on the kind of base pin here, but they are kind of bent over like that. You get the thumb piece here, which moves in and out, and the connector piece here. You've also got this piece here which also come out, so you can actually put some of the Power of the Primes figures in there if you wish to, or if you want to sit a Titan Master in there, you can do. And I guess this could double up as a weapon if you wanted to as well. And the hand can actually move over to the other side, so you can put it on whichever side you want. And I think as well they I'm not sure about these ones, but they used to also double up as kind of like feet, like at the back, so like extra stability for the feet. I'm not sure if they still do it with this one or not. You do get a gun as well, just in black plastic, no paint added or anything else like that, so it's pretty no frills. And then you get this kind of axe type accessory here, which I presume he'll just hold in his hand fine. There's a peg down at the bottom here and one on here. I think this will form a bigger weapon when we get all of them together. And then we have the figure himself. just get that to focus there. And the colours are quite vibrant, really. I was expecting grey for these sort of claws here, which would kind of match the original toy, but they've gone with this kind of blue colour, and I think it actually does add a bit of colour and vibrancy into the figure. Just makes it stand out a little bit more. I think probably out of all the ones, you would have said out of the G1 characters, this one was probably the weakest, but it's not bad, this one. The sort of back end doesn't really articulate much. You've got this kind of fin at the back here which moves around and looks as if that kind of folds out to become a gun. This is all painted. The legs are painted kind of round here. This torso bit, which is in robot mode, looks to be painted. The feet articulate, kind of. They're just on one kind of pin, it looks like. The eyes are painted yellow, Decepticon symbol on the top here. The mouth opens, which is painted inside, silver little teeth here as well. The mouth opens all the way up as well. And then the arms here, they kind of go out to the side here. You can move them up. You can move the claw in and out a little bit. You can rotate this around here as well. So yeah, as far as posability goes, you've got a fair bit. The head also goes up and down here. And then I presume you can peg the gun onto the head there if you want to. It looks as if this is supposed to kind of come through and kind of slot into there, which it kind of does and kind of doesn't. It doesn't really fall into place properly. I will just double check the instructions just to check where those other weapons do go. Just check on here, see if it shows anything. Yeah, the hand does double up as a kind of additional foot support there as well, so you do have that. I'll show you how they mount all the weapons on the instructions, and basically what they do is they use this piece here, and what they do is they've kind of got it doubled over like that, and this piece here they've got pegged into there like that. And then this bit comes out. They've kind of got it sitting on his back like that, which is not too hideous. I've seen a lot worse. And then the this piece here, if you flip this open down here, this will then be able to be pegged underneath. Like so. I mean, it does mean he's got a bit of a gun coming out of there, but it's nothing too bad really. All in all, fairly decent looking kind of lobster crayfish mode. And then we unpeg all of these bits here, and what we'll do next is we'll get him transformed and take a look at him in his robot mode. So having a look through things, it looks as if you're going to need to unpeg this from here. The legs look as if they open up combinable style. A lot of this transformation you can kind of second guess. Transformed. A few of these figures. No, I was just looking to see. I had a message come up to say about the storage thing then, so I'll just keep an eye on that, just in case that pops up again. But it seems to be still recording and rolling, so I'm not sure, because on my other one the capacity was, if you're doing anything Ultra HD 4K, it would time out after, it's like a 10-minute thing, so You could do as many 10-minute videos and stitch them together as you wanted to, but that was your kind of limit. Yeah, so I'm just kind of guessing and going through the transformation here. It looks as if these bits peg onto here and then the legs go forward like that. Then this piece here looks as if it goes backwards somehow. This bit's going to go into there. These bits are going to fold round like so. And then this piece here, does it fold down? Yeah, it looks as if it comes out towards you. See, it's just on a little thing here, so you just have to push that back like so, and then this bit's going to fold into here like that. The head's going to turn round so it's facing forwards. These shoulder pieces are going to click into there like so. This is going to fold round and reveal his fist, which is a nice clever bit there. I quite like that. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. Fold that round and then the hand comes out like that. The video still seems to be rolling, so looks as if we're still okay for the time being. So I'll just keep an eye on that just to make sure that's okay. And I think we're pretty much done. Transforming him into robot mode. I'll just double check to see if I've got everything right according to the instructions. Interestingly enough, they've got these bits folded the other way, so kind of showing out the back like that. So if I just rotate these round, yeah, with the legs showing at the back there, so they don't show so much at the front. So there you are. And then you've got a couple of weapons. So you've got this piece here, and it looks as if this bit folds forward, and you've got yourself a gun. So you can hold that in one hand like that. And then of course he's got his other weapon here as well. And you can hold that in his hands just fine. So he's got the axe, and he's also got the this other gun here as well, which he can hold in his hand. So he's got a couple of different weapons that he can use, all of which can be plugged into various different ports on the figure. So there's quite a few in that respect. Just going to bring this down a second so we can take a look at the figure a little bit better. So here we are, got him in his robot mode. Fairly impressed. There's, like I mentioned, a lot of paintwork on him. Grey and blue and red, done very nicely. Head sculpt is really good. They've got gold and red paint used in there. The head rotates all the way around, a little bit down and up, quite tiny little bit side to side. Because the arms are on ball pegs, they rotate all the way around and out to the side. Arm rotates around on that ball peg and up to there. The hand can kind of rotate in a little bit, and that's just to do with the transformation. Kind of standard Combiner Wars kind of articulation really, with the waist swivel here. You also get the leg which goes up to there with a good karate kick all the way back, nearly the splits there. It's just stopped. Yeah, it just stops there. Swivel there, bend in the knee there. Don't get a tilt or anything in there, which is unusual for these sort of updated newer figures. I think from the what we've seen from the Siege line and things like that. I think that's just a kind of a hang up really from coming back from the sort of Combiner Wars figures, where a few of them didn't have that articulation. So yeah, I think he looks very nice. And from there, what we can then do is take a look at him and get him transformed, take a look at him in his different modes. So from here, he can transform into either an arm or a leg. So we can quickly show you that as well. You can also transform into a gun as well. So we'll show you that as well. I'm just looking back and referring to the instructions just to make sure I can see where everything goes. Right, okay. What I may do is try these other ones a few times. So I'm just going to pause this here and take a few photos. Right then, so from this mode here, to get him into his arm mode, you want to take these bits off here. Unpeg this from here. You want to move this back, rotate these around here like so. And then you want to bring this back in here, like so. Make sure that's back in there. Just gives you a bit of room in there for the head. This piece here, it shows you with this gun piece being pegged into here, like that. Okay. And then next up, you take the arms and you rotate them round like this, and they will just, I think they should peg it into the side here from what it looks like. Here we go. So there's a little clip just in there where they'll just peg and hold in there. It shows you with the arms facing out, so that is as it should be. So then you just want to bring that around and just kind of have that in there, and that'll hold in there. And then it's more or less a case of just kind of closing the legs like that on either side, and then rotating this round forward or whichever way you see fit, and then getting hold of the fist here and just opening it up. And if you were to have it on this side here, you just peg in the fist and have it like that. I normally, well, it depends really. I normally like to have them so you've got the articulation going that way so it can bend forward. And if you did want to do that, you could just take these pieces out and move them out the other way if you wanted to. Anyway, but that's it in his arm mode. Next up, we'll take a look at the leg mode before we take a look at the final mode, which is the kind of foot mode. So we'll do that. I'll just check and see where I've got it on here, just to be sure I've got it and it's accurate. Yeah, so basically there's not loads from here, so you want to bring this bit up here so it's facing forward. Just checking on here. Yeah, this bit is again showing on here. The arms are in the same configuration as well, and then it's more or less a case of a kind of combiner walls thing with the legs that we mentioned. So you want to unpeg them from here, rotate them round towards you, and then open them up at the back here. Combiner walls them up, so close them up. So just fold the leg into there, close it all up, and then fold it all back in like so. And then once you've done that, just make sure they are closed up properly. I think mine is still not quite. There you go. I think that's right. Does appear to show on the instructions them kind of facing the other way, so I will just double check, see if you can't. No, I think if you're doing it doing it right, they're going to have to be around that way, aren't they? So peg that into there at the back. So it's just a little slot for that. Just have them around there, and then all it is you just peg it onto the foot there, and then you have this as a kind of a back piece, so it supports around the back there. Just gives you that extra bit of stability when you've got them in that mode. But that is pretty much it for that one. Actually, I'll just double check. Yeah, so I'm just, because they've got the instructions around a slightly different way on this one, I'm just double checking it is all in order. But yeah, that is it. And then the kind of weird one that they always have with the Seacons is they have this third mode where it's a gun, and it really is quite odd, really, because none of the other ones really did this. And to do that, you have to take this piece out of here from the instructions, and you're going to lay that flat in a minute. So I'm just going to put that off to one side, and then from here you're going to have the legs out like that, so that bit's correct. You're going to then get hold of this piece here, and that bit is going to peg in there like that, so that's outwards like that. This piece is going to come down there like that, and I think that is pretty much it. I mean, you can fold in the hand if you want, if you think that makes it look better, as long as these bits are plugged in correctly. And then it kind of shows them it plugged into here. So I don't know if you have to fold these bits out. Just trying to get that in properly. Doesn't fit in overly well. So right, so you've got it in there, you sit it down like that, and then you've got another gun that goes on here like that, and that is the kind of gun mode that you've got there. Oh, I think what it is that's supposed to peg into his arm like that. So I thought it was more of a stand, but I think that's, if you peg it into his arm, that's how he's going to hold the gun if you're going to have this in a gun mode. So hopefully that clarifies it all. And then pop that out like that. Take this off here. If we're just going back to robot mode, unpeg these from here, rotate them round, open this up like so, like that. Open these bits up, and again, if you've watched any of the Combine Wars videos, you'll know exactly what I mean. Open this up, rotate them around here. I do quite like them like that, to be honest with you, so I may end up displaying him with his legs forward like that. And then we'll give him a bit of a different look this time, is we'll peg this on the back this time, or even have it down that way, and then we'll have him with this gun in his hand, which is more of a conventional gun for him, and this kind of axe thing here as well, and then the hand here can go off to the side here. So that is Nautilator from the Seacons Generation Select, or as he's called here, what do we say it was called? Lobclow? Lobclow? I thought it was Lobclaw. So I've been calling him Lobclaw. But yeah, whichever way you say it, it sounds daft. It's basically Nautilator from the Seacons, and another review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll be back with another review shortly. Bye bye for now.